Do you think you are sitting on your chair? Wrong. You are actually hovering an infinitesimally small distance above the seat. Richard Feynman, the Nobel Prize-winning physicist, once proved that this world is a sensory illusion. The thing you call reality is far crazier than you imagine, and today we will decode it through the following 5 easily understandable principles. 1. The great teacher and the illusion of the material world. Before we dive in, we have to talk about the man behind this knowledge, Richard Feynman. He wasn't some bespectacled professor sitting in his ivory tower reading books all day. Feynman was a bongo player, a safe-cracking enthusiast, and a Nobel Physics laureate for daring to look at the world in its rawest form. He was famous for explaining the universe's most complex phenomena using, quote, everyday language. And the first lesson Feynman teaches us is, never trust your, quote, senses. David punches a wall and feels pain, thinking his hand genuinely made hard contact. But under Feynman's microscope, David's hand and the wall are both made of atoms. And atoms are 99.99% empty, quote, space. If the atomic nucleus were the size of a golf ball, the electrons flying around it would be several miles away. So why doesn't David's hand pass right through the wall like it passes through air? The answer lies in the electromagnetic repulsion. The electron shells of your hand and the electron shells of the wall both carry a negative charge, and they hate each other fiercely. When you bring your hand close to the wall, an extremely powerful, invisible, repulsive force appears, preventing intrusion. The sensation of pain or hardness your brain receives is actually the signal of a field force conflict. You have never and will never truly touch anything in this life. When you kiss your significant other, your lips and theirs are actually separated by a super small nanoscale distance. The rigid Newtonian world is really just an illusion created by, quote, energy fields pushing against each other. Feynman called this the true beauty of physics, seeing the invisible structure beneath the, quote, mundane surface. 2. The truth about electricity. We were tricked by the water flow analogy. Now let's talk about the most potent force humanity has ever tamed, electricity. In high school, teachers often taught us the model of water flowing through a pipe. That the wire is the pipe, and electrons are water droplets rushing from the power plant to the light bulb. This model is easy to grasp, but from a modern physics perspective, it is fundamentally incorrect. If electrons truly had to travel from the power plant to your house to light the bulb, you would flip the switch and have to wait several hours for the light to come on. Because the drift speed of electrons in a copper wire is actually very, quote, sluggish and slow. The shocking truth few people know. The energy is not in the wire. It travels, quote, outside the wire. This is the concept of the Poynting vector, which advanced electrical engineers study thoroughly. Imagine the electrical wire is merely the guiding railroad track. Meanwhile, the train of energy, created by the electric field and the magnetic field, is hovering around that wire, moving at the speed of light. When you plug in your phone charger, the energy rushes from the surrounding space directly into your device, rather than squeezing through the outlet hole. The copper wire is just the, quote, broker, creating an environment for these energy fields to converge. Feynman once said that if you understand this, you will feel like a, quote, wizard. You are not using matter to run machines. You are using space to transmit power. We do not live in a world of colliding billiard balls. We are swimming in an ocean of invisible fields crisscrossing the entire universe. 3. The at-home experiment, personally verifying the, quote, magic. You don't have to take my word for it. Try a small experiment Feynman often used to tease his students. Take a piece of plastic wrap, nylon, and tear off a short strip. Rub it vigorously against your shirt or between your hands to create, quote, friction. Then bring it close to the back of your hand, but without touching it. You will see the hairs on your arm stand up, and the nylon strip appears eager to leap onto your hand. There are no strings pulling it, and no adhesive. That is the electromagnetic force, the second fundamental force of the universe, manifesting right before your eyes. This invisible force is billions of trillions of times stronger than gravity. Consider this. The entire colossal Earth is using gravity to pull the nylon strip down. But just a little static electricity from your hand is enough to overcome the entire planet's pull and lift the strip. This proves that we live in an, quote, electromagnetic universe. Many extended theories even suggest that this force is what shapes galaxies, not just gravity. And you, a tiny human, have just manipulated that immense power using a ripped piece of plastic wrap. 4. From user to understander, the stature of humanity. Richard Feynman always reminded us, science is the culture of doubt. Do not accept the electric light switch as a given convenience. When you flip the light on, you are activating a chain reaction that alters reality at a quantum level. You are commanding electrons at a power plant hundreds of miles away to begin oscillating. You are creating electromagnetic waves that propagate across fields and pierce through walls to heat the filament of a light bulb. That is not mere utility. That is the domination of human intellect over nature. Our ancestors looked at thunder and lightning and saw the wrath of the gods. We, the descendants of Feynman, have captured lightning and trapped it within our household walls. Understanding this won't help you save money on your electric bill, but it will help you realize just how magical the world you live in truly is. You are not an unconscious biological machine walking the earth. You are an entity interacting with and controlling the universe's quote-unquote foundational laws every second of every minute. That is the message Feynman wanted to convey. The joy of finding the truth hidden beneath the surface. 5. Conclusion. Simplifying the issue for easy recall. This world does not operate through mechanical collisions, but through the dance of invisible energy fields. From the chair you sit on to the light you use, everything is a beautiful illusion of quantum physics. Don't just look at life with your physical eyes. Look at it with a mindset as sharp as Richard Feynman's. If you want to continue uncovering the universe's other crazy truths with me, hit that subscribe button now so our brains can get an upgrade in the next video. Cheers, and always remain scientifically skeptical.